Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, dear cadets. I am Raja Shakil. In the previous lecture, we had been studying this question, that the loop rule. One thing, we were getting the concept of the loop rule, and the other is the junction rule. So we had got the concept of the loop rule.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
सर ये ICS की अलग क्लास नहीं होगी? इसमें तो सर सारे मेडिकल के इंजीनियरिंग के
All are combined.
Okay, sir.
Whole second year is combined in this lecture, but the fourth lecture will be somewhat different. Okay, only
Okay,
for
sir.
today. And so on yesterday we had got the concept of the loop rule, and according to loop rule, the sum of voltages means the sum of the individual EMFs means EMF means the voltage of the cell or battery. The EMFs will be equal to the sum of the voltages of the resistances, V1, V2, V3, whatever it is. How many resistances you have assigned in that circuit, that depends on it. And E1, E2, epsilon 1, epsilon 2 is representing the batteries, first battery, second battery, third battery, and so on. So the sum of the EMFs in a circuit, in a loop, is equal to the sum of the voltages of the resistances in that loop. So this will be called as the loop rule, or this is also called as the Kirchhoff's. This is Kirchhoff. Sometimes the other people may read it as Kirchhoff. So anyway, Kirchhoff's rule, voltage. This is Kirchhoff's voltage law. Loop rule or Kirchhoff's voltage law, or Kirchhoff's loop rule, as well as it is called as the Kirchhoff's voltage law or voltage rule. So according to this, the sum of the EMFs of the batteries or the sources in a loop is equal to the sum of the individual voltages or potential differences of the resistances. Now we'll be proceeding ahead and we'll be looking into the junction rule. As far as we had started it on the yesterday, and we were trying to get the concept of this, but again I'm going to repeat those things so that we may complete this topic. So according to the junction rule, what is about the junction rule? That according to the junction rule, the sum of currents at a junction is zero. Or you may also say that the total current entering a specific point or junction. Junction means a certain point where the different currents are meeting, or different wires have been connected at that point. That will be the junction. For example, you can look into this example. For example, we are having this wire. Let's consider this is a wire, and again another wire coming from upwards. This is also being joined at this point. There is another wire which is coming from downwards. There is another wire which is going towards right. So we are having different wires, and now let us suppose that the first wire, this wire, is having current I1, and this I1 current is moving into, means is moving from left to the right, I1 current. So this current is passing through this point. This point is the junction. Junction means the main point where all of the wires are meeting with each other. And let us consider the other wire. This is I2. It is supplying a current of I2. I1 and I2 are currents which are entering into this junction. Now this junction means certain point where the wires are meeting with each other. So if you consider this point, you may understand that the total current entering means the entering current is, what is the amount of entering current? So let's see that a certain amount of the current entering current, this will be equal to I1 plus I2, because both are having the direction toward the junction. I've already told you that the junction means the point where all of the wires are meeting with each other. Now the current leaving, let's see what is the amount of the current leaving. Let's see that, let us consider that these two other wires, for example, this is wire, this is having a current of I3. This is the current leaving because its direction is away from the junction, while here is another current which is I4. Its direction is also away from the junction. Therefore, you may say that the leaving current is equal to, what is that? That is I3 and I4, both are leaving from this point. So I3 plus I4, these two currents are leaving the system. So according to the junction rule, you may also see at here that the sum of the currents entering into the system will be equal to the sum of the current leaving the system. This is the junction rule. So according to junction rule, what is this? That according to the junction rule, what is that? Sum of currents, total current, or sum of currents, total current entering is equal to total current leaving. This is the junction rule. I hope you have got this point. So we are having two things. One thing we learned about that, and what is that? The rule which is related to the voltages, and that is the loop rule, and this is the junction rule. So for the loop, now let me again tell you the difference between these two things. So let's consider this circuit. This is the circuit, and there is another circuit, but it is having the wires, different wires connected with each other at a certain point. So anybody can tell me that which is the loop and which is the junction? Where is loop and where is junction? Anybody? Fazab, can you tell me that which is the loop?
Sir, first one.
Yes. So well done. So this is loop because What is the reason behind it? I had already told you that loop means that the system from where when you start your journey from one point and you are moving either clockwise or anti-clockwise, and you continue your journey, and at last again you will reach that point. This is a cyclic system. So this is a loop because you are again reaching at that point repeatedly. Therefore, it is representing a loop. Now, if you are considering, okay, Raja Daud Nazir Kyani, can you tell me that which one of these is showing a junction? Where is the junction? Raja Daud Nazir Kyani, can you tell me that which one of these two diagrams is forming the junction?
Second one, sir.
Good, well done, well done. So this is forming a junction. What is the reason behind it? Because this is junction. The reason behind it is that this system is having the wires, different wires, which are meeting at this point, which are combined at this point. This point is called the junction. So it is the junction which is formed. So this will be the first diagram. The first diagram is related to the loop rule. We will be applying the loop rule on this diagram. Loop rule. And Umar Wasim, can you tell me that where we will be applying, on which diagram we will be applying the junction rule? Umar Wasim, can you tell me that on which diagram we will be applying the junction rule? Either the first diagram or the second diagram. Okay, I think Umar Wasim is sleeping. And Bisharat, can you tell that which diagram, on which diagram we'll be applying the junction rule?
Second diagram, sir.
Okay, good. So on this second diagram, we'll be applying the junction rule. So this diagram is related to the junction rule. Now, let's again proceed toward the given question, and we'll be trying to answer for that. So this was the question. So we'll be trying to answer for it. One is loop rule and the other is junction rule. Please wait a minute, dear cadets. Here is a problem. So we were looking into the details of this question related to the loop rule. So this question is having two parts. One is related to the loop rule and the other is related to the junction rule. And for the loop rule, we have to see into the question. It says that the loop rule is based on the conservation of energy principle. Do you remember that what is meant by the conservation of energy principle? What is that? Let's see. So this question is having two parts. One is loop rule and the other is junction rule. So first we have to write the heading for loop rule. We have to answer for that loop rule. Okay, for loop rule, they are saying about the conservation of energy principle. Okay, so let's see that what is the loop rule. So according to the loop rules mean Kirchhoff's voltage law. Voltage law, the sum of the, what is that, EMFs of the sources and means the difference between the sum of the sources and what is the other thing, resistances or loads, and sum of loads means resistances in a loop is 0. मीनिंग इस बात का क्या है, ये जरा समझ लें फिर से। ऐसे है ना, हमने बच्चों ये बात कही थी कि जी ε1 प्लस ε2 इज इक्वल टू V1 प्लस V2, या फिर आप इसको ऐसे लिख सकते हो ε1 प्लस ε2 माइनस V1 माइनस V2 is equal to 0। अब होता क्या है कि ε1 और ε2 तो ठीक है, ये तो सप्लाई कर रहे हैं बैटरीज, ये सर्किट को सप्लाई कर रहे हैं बिकॉज दीज आर बैटरीज, प्लस अब ये जो यूजर है हम इसके लिए माइनस V1 करेंगे ये, क्योंकि ये दीज आर यूजिंग द इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, एंड द अदर इज प्लस माइनस V2 is equal to 0। सो आप ये देख सकते हैं कि यहां पर सबका सम है, ये ε1 फिर एप्सिलॉन, ओके ये ε2 लिखना था, ε2। तो अब आप ये देख सकते हैं बच्चों कि ε1 ε2 these are being added with each other, and again minus V1 means user is also being added, and minus V2 is also being added because plus sign is here. The sum of all of these things is equal to 0। सब सम 0 के इक्वल आ गया, मीन्स नेट एनर्जी इज इक्वल टू 0। जितनी एनर्जी सप्लाई हुई है उतनी यूज हुई है, सो नेट एनर्जी इज इक्वल टू 0। ये तो वही लॉ हो गया जो लॉ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन ऑफ एनर्जी था, जिसके मुताबिक क्या है, ये सम ऑफ ऑल energy can neither be created nor be destroyed but can be transformed from one form to the other। so let's write that thing। so the loop is 0 यानी इनका जो सम है, जो the sum of the AMFs of the sources and the sum of loads in a loop is 0. So similarly, according to the law of conservation of energy, according to the law of conservation of energy, क्या है? Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, but can be transformed from one form to the other form. So this is the law of conservation of energy. तो इसमें भी तो यही बात हो रही है. तो ये तो सिमिलर बातें हो गई दोनों में, क्योंकि वोल्टेज जो है ना वो भी तो ईएमएफ एंड वोल्टेज, और ये क्या है? बेसिकली ये एनर्जी है, एनर्जी पर यूनिट चार्ज. तो इसलिए क्या चीज हो गई? सिंस वोल्टेज since EMF and potential difference are form of energy, electrical energy है actually ये per unit charge. So both rules या both laws, that is what is that? The loop rule and the conservation of energy principle are same. ये दोनों चीजें सेम है, एक ही बात है. एक तो बच्चों हमारा ये आंसर हो. अब दूसरी जो बात आ गई, हेडिंग, यू हैव टू गिव द हेडिंग फॉर जंक्शन रूल. So what's in the junction rule? जंक्शन रूल में ये था कि करंट की बात हम कर रहे थे. So we know that the junction rule चलें, we know that पुराने दिन. The junction rule is concerning with the conservation of charge. Other thing is conservation of charge. एक रूल है, इस वो रूल यहाँ पर आपका डिस्कस नहीं किया गया, but simply we have got the understanding. And according to that rule, एक सिस्टम का जो नेट चार्ज होता है, टोटल चार्ज, वो जो है वो दैट रिमेन्स कंजर्व्ड. ठीक है ना? ये मैं यहां पर मेंशन भी कर देता हूं. अकॉर्डिंग टू द कंजर्वेशन ऑफ चार्ज प्रिंसिपल, what is that? The total charge of an isolated system remains conserved. It means that एक isolated system, you are having an isolated system. Isolated system is that which has no effect on the external regions or systems, and also the external things don't have the effect on that system. Bilkul tanha, akela, alone in this whole world. So this total charge of that system will remain conserved. Conserved means constant. There will be no change. For example, if we are having 50 positive charges in a certain isolated system, then if we are having certain processes with that isolated system, and at the end we will also be having the same thing, and that is the 50 charges, means there is no change. It will never be going to be becoming less than 50, and more than 50 is also impossible, but exactly 50, it will remain 50. So it means that there is no change in the total number of charges of a system. This is called the law of conservation of charge, or conservation of charge principle. So as far as we are talking about the loop rule में भी हमने ये कहा कि जो total जो current है, total current entering the system is equal to the total current leaving the system. While, okay, so according to loop rule, according to the loop rule, the total amount of current entering the junction, means certain point, is equal to the total amount of current leaving the junction. So you know that the current is basically the flow of charges. It shows that the total number of charges entering a system. It means that the total number of charges remains constant, because why they are constant or conserved? Because the total current is same, there is no change in that. The total current entering or total current leaving is same, so there is no change in the number of charges, therefore we have the constant result. I hope you have got the understanding. Okay, bacho. So we had started it at 10:20, 9:30. Okay, 10 minutes left. Okay, so I think that I must give you the chance for discussion or raising the questions, but please wait ahead. I have to tell you anything more, that you may also use the equations in this question as well, but this question will become very lengthy. That's why it is enough. So this was the answer for this question, for the junction rule. Loop rule and junction rule have been captured in this system. Anyhow, now we'll be proceeding ahead, and we'll be looking into the other next question, question 8. And question 8 says that why rise in temperature of a conductor is accompanied by a rise in resistance. But proceeding to this question, I want that if you are having any question in your mind, you may ask, please. If you are having any type of doubts. Basharat, Fazjab, Umar Wasim, Osman Khalid, Raja Saib, do you have any doubts? Please, you may ask. Any
No, sir,
conceptual
no
problem.
doubt.
Okay. Anybody can tell me the statement of the loop rule? Statement of the loop rule. ये सामने लिखा है, पढ़ के बता दे। और कंजर्वेशन ऑफ एनर्जी प्रिंसिपल, बशारत साहब कैन यू टेल? ये सामने लिखा है, उसको पढ़ के बता दें सिंपली। बशारत सजाद, फैज याब,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ओके ओके, तैयारी। ये पहले बशारत सजाद स्क्रीन पर क्या चीज शो हो रही है, ये जरा पढ़ के बता दो।
ये सारा आंसर लिखा हुआ है। According to
इसको पढ़े ना।
Roop rule, the difference between the sum of the EMF and the source and the sum of the loads in a loop is zero. Similarly, according to the law of the conservation of the energy, energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, but can be transformed from one form to the other form. ये नीचे क्यों sir? Since
Yes.
EMF production different are the form of the electrical energy per unit charge. So both rule, I loop rule and the conservation of the energy principle are same.
Okay, good, well done. So Umar Wasim, can you tell me the definition of the conservation of energy principle? Definition of conservation of energy principle आपको शो हो रही है, सिंपली यू हैव टू रीड। राजा साहब,
यस सर।
ये सिंपली सामने ये कंजर्वेशन ऑफ एनर्जी प्रिंसिपल लिखा है, इसको रीड करके बता दो।
अच्छा सर। Conservation of energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, but can be transformed one form to another form, since EMF and PD are form of
No, I
electric
said about
energy।
the definition only, वो हो चुकी।
बस होगी।
ओके, इसका मीनिंग क्या है इस डेफिनेशन? ये आप 8th क्लास से पढ़ रहे हैं ये वाली डेफिनेशन, ये जस्ट फॉर रिमाइंडर। Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, but can be transformed from one form to the other form. What is meaning of this?
सर फर्स्ट ईयर का नहीं याद, 8 का क्या?
जी क्या फरमाया? ओके, उस्मान खालिद, can you tell me the meaning of this definition? Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, but can be transformed from one form to the other. Usman Khalid.
Yes, sir.
So can you tell me the meaning of this definition?
Sir, this definition says that energy cannot be created, rather we can transform it. हम उसको एक फॉर्म से दूसरी फॉर्म में एनर्जी को बदल सकते हैं, लाइक काइनेटिक एनर्जी, पोटेंशियल एनर्जी। इस तरह एनर्जी की कई टाइप्स हैं, इलास्टिक पोटेंशियल एनर्जी। तो हम एक एनर्जी को कई फॉर्म में बदल सकते हैं, हम क्रिएट नहीं कर सकते।
Good, well done. Okay, Raja Sahib, आपको ये he has mentioned different types of energy. Usman has mentioned different types of energy. So आप इसके अलावा कोई टाइप एनर्जी की कोई टाइप बता सकते हैं? Can you tell me the any other type of energy?
सर मैंने सुनी नहीं है सर।
मैं ये कह रहा हूँ कि एनर्जी की कोई भी किस्म बता दें, 2-3 किस्में बता दें।
काइनेटिक एनर्जी।
Then Any other type of energy, Raja Sahib? Amar Wasim, are you sleeping? बच्चों देखें, ये इतनी सख्त कोई क्लासेस तो नहीं हो रही हैं, आप लोग रिस्पॉन्ड करेंगे तो अच्छा रहेगा। अब ये तो नहीं है कि मैं अगर आपको गलत आंसर दे देंगे तो मैं आपका गला घोंट दूंगा, ठीक है? कुछ भी नहीं है, अब एटलीस्ट बातचीत कर लिया करें, नो प्रॉब्लम, ठीक है? व्हाई डू यू हेजिटेट? डोंट, नो हेजिटेशन प्लीज, नेवर बी हेजिटेटेड, जस्ट से
सर
व्हाटएवर
अमजद का
इज
वो आ
इन।
गया।
हाँ जी, वो 10 मिनट्स बिफोर आने का ऑर्डर है ना, इसलिए आ जाता है, ठीक है? वो अपने टाइम पे, क्लास विल बी स्टार्टिंग एट इट्स ओन एग्जैक्ट टाइम and that time will be 10:15 for the math class. Okay, any other person can tell me anything, or and you may ask any type of question. इस सिर्फ एक क्वेश्चन पे हमने 2 दिन लगाए हैं ताकि you may understand each and every aspect. Okay, anyhow, dear cadets, and thank you very much, and Allah Hafiz. If you still are having any type of doubts, you may ask anytime through voice message or any other method you may ask from me. You may discuss. Okay, thank you and Allah Hafiz.
ओके सर, अल्लाह हाफिज।
Allah Hafiz.